I am back again to recap the courtship episode 10. In this week, we're going to talk about episode 10. So, last week was very sad. Wait, Mr. Hunter leaving. I tell you a secret. I just went back a few minutes ago. I don't tell anyone. Okay, Mr. Hunter leaving was very hard. It was very sad. You know, I love Mr. Hunter. Oh, I can't believe he left. Okay, so after Mr. Hunter left, how many still left? Five suitors left. Only five people left, guys. We are heading toward the end of this freaking show. I don't know how many episodes we have. This is episode 10. So we have the daily tea. You know, it always starts with the daily tea. And the boys are talking about him here, about Lincoln that be ready for commitment. So that's the topic of the conversation right now. Boys were really surprised that Mr. Lincoln got saved. Yeah, they are very surprised about that he's still here, even though they don't see him changing his lifestyle for Miss Remy anytime soon. Like, remember in the past few episodes, he said that he never lived in one place for that long because he lived in the van, he always moving around. And guys are asking questions about Lincoln leading. Is it love for him or is it lust?
Is it more love or is it more lust?
Lust, and I'm trying to figure out if he can turn into love.
And for her, what do you think it is?
Love? That's where the problem lies, right?
So he said right now it's not love, it's still kind of lost. He still trying to like figure out what it is, but he's not like in love yet. So he is still figuring things out. So in this new episode, like the daily she tell us, we're going to have like a pleasure garden. So the pleasure garden is like an amusement park. So it's the theme of like what they're gonna have. It's gonna be like we're gonna have like a carousel, we're gonna have like a psychic reading, any future or potential future with each of the five guys. We're gonna have conversation with family. So it's just gonna be a pleasure garden. It's just gonna be some kind of fun big date. To tell you the truth, this was my favorite episode so far, and there was plenty of good episodes. Yeah, this one has to be okay. Episode 5 is also. I love editing episode 5. If you didn't watch it, you should give it a try. I love that episode. Okay, so let's come back. So the family have a little meeting and they were like talking about Mr. Dunn, who's about to leave because his wife who's going to give birth soon.
Pack and start to get ready.
We're gonna be sad.
Mrs. Remy is getting very close.
Dom has to leave because he has a baby on the way.
I'm so happy that no matter how busy he is, his wife let him come to support his sister Miss Remy, even though she's pregnant and she's about to give birth. So now it's time for him to go back and spend more time with his wife and his future born baby. So before that, he want to be part of this pleasure garden. So that's what's gonna happen. So since there are 5 men left, so the family gave me like a strategy. So each of them have to talk to each of the suitors to try to spend more time with them and try to get to know them better, you know, even more better. The mom gonna talk to Mr. Khan. The dad gonna talk more to Mr. Bukikyo, and Dominic going to talk to Mr. George. Claire gonna talk to Mr. Nazir. Amy's going to talk to Mr. Chapman. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I think so. Mr. Khan, he say, oh, when they talk about the pleasure garden, he say, oh, it's just a kid. It's just like a kid. in the playground. He's so happy. He's gonna have time to play. So like we have, like I told you, this we're gonna be like a one-on-one psychic reading section with each of the potential couple. So the first person who start the reading section, we have Nicole and Jesse, or Mr. George. So the lady told Amy that she can see a potential marriage between the two of them.
Jessie is a really good catch. Big heart, very honest.
But I am being shown wedding bells, Jessie, so I think you're ready for marriage.
Yeah, I love Mr. George for Amy. I don't know if I know she like him. I know she's attracted to him, but because we have Bukikyo here, Chapman here, all those guys who kind of trouble her head, and she still trying to figure out who she liked the most. I just love Mr. Josh. It's my favorite. It's my favorite for him. So the lady says she can see a future with both of them, and she see like a potential marriage in the future. So I just love that for her. And then we have the dad. You know, the dad was going to talk to Mr. Bokikyo. So the dad has this conversation with Mr. Bokikyo and asked him if he's seen himself being married to Nicole, so to his daughters.
Could you see yourself marrying Nicole?
Bokikyo said he could see himself, but he still have to learn more about Miss Remy.
I still have a lot of ways to go to get to know her better, but I think we challenge each other in a positive way.
Good answer.
There's just so many things that he doesn't know about it. And I say, okay, I understand, and it makes sense. So don't feel the dad understand Bokikyo more. It's not like, you know, Bokikyo in the past, he was a little bit like doing his own way, acting, because he check back episode 5, and he kind of changed a little bit. He become more. I like him better, you know. The more episode pass, the better he gets. So the dad like him more and more. Compared in the past, the dad was like, no, I don't like him for my daughter. He didn't say that, but you know, you remember Mr. Casanova? Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah, and the dad start to warm up to Mr. Bokikyo, so I like that. And we have Miss Remy. Now it's time for the mom to talk to one of the suitor, the person she was supposed to talk with. So the mom talked to Mr. Khan, and she asked him, do you want to have children? He literally spit in his drink.
So Christian, do you want kids?
Yeah, I do.
He want a family, so if Remy is the one for him, so he see herself having like a family. And she asked another question. It's not just about that. So you know, since the 5 suitors, they are all like different race compared to Remy, the race question always gonna come in. So she asked him, do you think your family will accept Miss Remy? He said, of course my family will accept her. Mr. Khan said his stepmom is like Afro-Brazilian, so they have like another culture in the family. It's not just people who look like them. So Mr. Khan, I really like Mr. Khan as well. So, and then, so, you know, Remy went to the psychic, she talked with Mr. Josh. The second person she talked to have like a one-on-one therapy section or psychic section. I don't even know how to call that. You know that in The Bachelor they have like in the later season of The Bachelor, crazy season, they have like a one-on-one therapy section with each girl. It didn't go well. This one's not a therapy, it's like a psychic reading. It's a little bit different. I just thought of that. It just made me laugh. And so they have that one-on-one. So Miss Remy was with Mr. Nazir, and the lady said, you guys need to be dating. So you guys need to go on date.
So I would like to really see the two of you dating. You just need to go off into the sunset and enjoy.
I don't know. Nazir was the last person to come even though him is attracted to him, he's like some kind of sophisticated man. She say it's a Renaissance type of man. He has all those big quality, but you know the relationship is not as deep like the other people because yes, they try to get to know each other. We have like now the third psychic reading section. I don't even know 101. Remy and she have the one who was sexual with Mr. Bokikyo, and the lady say that you know everyone cannot read your mind. If you have something to say to him, you need to open up. You need to open up more because people are not, we are not mind readers.
You have to understand that not everyone knows what's going on here. You have to tell them. Don't just assume everyone's a mind reader.
She wants Bokikyo to open more. He might be thinking something else, but he doesn't know how to express himself, and he might not say a lot of things that he's thinking, and she wants him to open up more to Remy, to other people. So that was a good advice that she gave him. And it's time for Dominic to talk to Mr. George. I really love, back in episode 5, we see Dominic have a conversation with Mr. George. He really appreciates Mr. George. If Mr. George happened to be the one for his sister, he would be very happy about that. And even that, remember back when the family were decided to come up with this idea that each of them should talk to like different suitor. He said when he was about to leave, he was gonna leave after this pleasure garden, wherever this big festival. And he said by the time I come back, one of them will be my child uncle. It was kind of cute. Like
I'm most excited to see who's going to be his new uncle-in-law.
Oh my god.
one of those 5 children gonna be the uncle of my child. I thought that was cute. I'm like, which one's gonna be the next uncle? Is it gonna be Mr. Josh, Mr. Kong, Bokikyo, Chapman, Nazir? We don't know. We're gonna find out soon. Okay, so Mr. Dominic Gibb, if he impressed, he is so impressed by Mr. George. I am impressed by Mr. George too. I think Remy is impressed by Mr. George, but because there's someone called Bokikyo and someone called Jackman, those two complicated guys, they could hide away from Mr. George, who's literally the perfect guy. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I don't want to keep talking about the other people. Okay, so the brother were impressed by Mr. George. Okay, so Claire, it's time for Claire to talk to one of the suitor, and the suitor Claire is supposed to talk to is Mr. Nazir. I love Mr. Nazir. He's such a funny guy. I literally love everyone, you know. So he was talking about his family. He's not that close with his family. He's in the point of his career that he wants to he felt like he accomplished like where he wanted to be in life. And now his main focus is like family. He want to get married, have children, like have a close family because he was not close to his family. Claire was also impressed by Mr. Nazir.
I'm on this journey and ready to have a happy ending.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This could be major.
Yeah.
Nazir is a great guy. I don't know if he's a great guy for Remy though. Yeah, he's a little bit different, but he's still such a great guy. Remy have a one-on-one section with Mr. Khan with the psychic reading. The psychic reading say, on paper you guys don't match. I said, what does that even mean? She said, on paper you guys don't match, but it doesn't matter because he make you laugh. What kind of paper are we talking about? Does she mean like they're not compatible? Does she mean that it's not Remy type? That Mr. Khan is not like the guy? It's not Remy type. It's not, I don't know. She just say on paper you guys don't match. Maybe I read too much into this, and maybe that's why I don't understand very well. But she said that, but she said it doesn't matter because it makes you laugh. maybe because, I think on paper she would say maybe the friendship. So maybe when Remy see Mr. Converse, she see the friendship. But if somebody make you laugh, you might end up falling in love with the person. So she say it doesn't matter because he make you laugh. So maybe it's like that. So as soon as they see each other, it's not directly like love. It's like the friendship, and the friendship can go into love because at the end of the day, you won't marry someone who actually make you laugh every day compared to someone who make you cry every day. You want to be able to laugh every day. You want to be able to enjoy life. You want to fall in love, yeah. But you also want to like live every day by being happy. You want that. So when she says something like that, I think I understand that a little bit, and they're just so comfortable around each other. So I love that. And Remy talked to Lincoln on the council. I guess Lincoln is the person Remy talked to because it's always ups and downs with Lincoln, ups and downs with Lincoln. Lincoln is there, so he talked to Remy. Remy remarked she think the only problem Lincoln have is the fear of commitment. But Lincoln spent time to like the ATM or the one-on-one section with the producer saying something like I don't know, maybe I jump a little bit far ahead, like, okay, let's talk about that. Since we are talking about Lincoln, he said that the past 2 weeks has been kind of scaring to him, like when he was talking to the man because he saw him, he fall in love with him. I don't think it's a good thing to say. So he know that he may like him. But his behavior, his attitude, his still, the way he phrases like his fear of the commitment, but his action, like the time he spent with her, he's kind of lead her on. If you're not going to be there at the end, stop playing with her heart because you're going to keep broken that heart that you started broken before. She keep falling for you. Don't do that. If you like her, at least, even if you're not in love with her, even if you call that loss, instead of love, still you're playing with her heart, and it's not good. Somebody gonna get burned at the end, and it start to show a little bit. So let's go back. They talk to the counselor. Then I don't know. He keeps saying something else. He says something to her. He says something to his on one-on-one section. I was thinking about that exactly, and I don't know, the person talking in the background saying something similar to that. And let me even say that to Mr. Lincoln. I don't care about the perfect guy. I'm like, are you talking about Hunter? I'm just joking. Right now. She said she doesn't care about the perfect guy. She doesn't care about the job. She just wants someone who make her heart skip a beat.
Like the perfect guy with like the perfect job. I'm realizing so much that like what I want is somebody and like makes my heart skip a beat.
And she felt that with Mr. Lincoln. That's why I feel like his action, he keep kind of leading her on when she's keep falling for you. And your action is not good. Because in her mind, she thinks you like him in that level. But the only thing that scared you is the commitment. But she doesn't know that you are actually there with her yet. I don't even know what to say. Maybe I might be wrong. Maybe I'm just taking things too far than what it is 11:11. So I don't know. So maybe I'm taking things too far, but we're gonna find out maybe soon. So and I just love to see Mr. Naze dancing, doing all kind of silly things. It's so funny and it's so cute. So I just love Mr. Naze. So Lincoln says something to Remy, but think or say other things later. So I don't know what's gonna happen. The next day, so what they have, the family talk about last night. The boy talk about how much fun they have last night. It was so fun. They actually enjoyed their time. Boys ask questions, so they kind of get an update about Mr. Lincoln. Do you still feel like you are leading toward love or lost? And he said that he didn't change, he's still on the same place. His feeling didn't grow, and I don't know. So just like a one-on-one date, that next day, that same day, so just like a little date with Mr. George. That date was so short. I thought it was gonna be longer than that. Maybe see she wanna spend more time with Mr. George, so they have some kind of picnic and apple picking, so they went and pick up some apple and they have a little picnic. The date was so damn short. I didn't even remember what they say. They just have a great time. And when Mr. Josh came back for his date with Miss Remy, Mr. Nazi was there waiting for her, and they also spent like a one-on-one time section, and they were just talking about the potential relationship. After this, she was asking me, do you see that do you see me as your future girlfriend or something like that? So yeah, I feel like even though Mr. Nazir make me laugh and does a lot of silly things, I just love him. He is loved by the man. But I feel like the lifestyle is kind of different. He says he's a socialist. I don't know, maybe an influencer and stuff like that. So the way they see life is kind of different. So they always go to social events of the people, and I think she's more like a regular 9 to 5, or more like a routine, and him, his life is a little bit more spontaneous. So that's kind of different between them. And boys have like the boy child. They try to figure out if they can see the life outside of this with Miss Remy.
Oh, can you see a life outside, like the real world with Nicole?
So they're in the regional area, try to see if they can see the life with Remy in the modern world. they say that also in the show. It was kind of funny that they would say something like that. Yeah, Mr. Khan said yes, he can see himself be with Remy. He think, yeah, he can see life outside this with Remy. Danny or Bukikyo, he say as well yes. He already told Remy that he can actually see himself being with her outside of this, and Mr. Lincoln still
Casual.
Living with you.
Not full time.
You know, you remember when I say, okay, we're gonna talk about it in a few minutes. Okay, Lincoln said he can imagine living with somebody. The way Lincoln see life outside is because he lives alone. He say he sees this as a long distance. You know, it's understandable that it can be like long distance, because each of those people come from like different places, and you still have to go to the modern world and figure out how life gonna be after this. And he said he wanted to travel back and forth, but the way he was talking was like, it's gonna be like some kind of casual dating. So it wasn't like, oh, I see myself with Miss Remy, we are like boyfriend and girlfriend, and I'm still gonna travel, we're gonna give you. The way he was talking felt like, oh, okay, I can date her, something like that.
Me as a man, I can't imagine living with someone. That's a big thing. I can hardly live with you guys. There's times where I want to be alone.
I just felt like the way he was talking was like a casual relationship that I see happening. I don't know, guys, I don't know. And then we finish with this, we move to the farewell dance. The farewell dance, in this way, we're gonna have only two dances. Remember, we have 5 children. We are leading toward the end. It's gonna be 2 there. Mr. Nazir and Mr. George. I was surprised to see Mr. George in the dance card, but let's see. So Remy see that Mr. Nazir is the risky bet, and Mr. George is the safe bet. She felt like she can see herself Mr. George getting married. He's a great guy. She can also see herself with Mr. Nazir, and their life will be some kind of spontaneous. And she's talking about that when they have the boat dancing. Mr. George said, oh, it's not just like because I'm like safe, I can also do spontaneous stuff. We can travel, we can do this, we can do that. I just love Mr. George. And Remy says that she have like a safe bed before her ex-boyfriend. I don't know. She said in the past she have a safe bed, like type of relationship. She doesn't know, so they keep going back and forth. I already know in my mind. I was scared for a moment, but I already know that she was gonna save. Dun dun dun, Mr. George. She said this time the safe bed is a good bed. I don't know, something like that. And I'm glad she chose Mr. George. Why? It's not that I love Mr. I told you guys I love Mr. Nazir. I love Mr. Nazir. I really enjoy his company, all those things that he does. I just love him. And even you can see, even once he's leaving, he gave his blessing to Remy. He even talked to the guys, take care of her.
Boys, take care of her, okay?
The family love him, everyone love him. Such a great guy.
So sweet. So sweet. This is farewell. And your carriage waits, but I hope it's not goodbye forever.
Definitely not.
I feel like he would be a great guy for somebody else. Me and him is like they have a fun type of vibe. I don't know. I mean, two great people don't always make a great couple, you know. That's what I'm trying to say. Mr. George, I see the connection between them. I feel like there can be something. If Remy, I know it. If she open up her heart to Mr. George, Remy, please, he's such a great guy. Okay. So Mr. George got saved, Mr. Nazir go on. Imagine if Mr. George left. I will be even more scared that the 4 people left will be Nazir, Mr. Gon, Mr. Chapman, and Mr. Bokikyo. Because the 2 people that make Remy shake the most are the 2 risky people. So I'm kind of scared of those 2 guys for her. I want her to have a chance to end up with 2 great guys. Mr. Gon and Mr. George, you know. And he said, I'm not saying that Mr. Bokikyo and Mr. Chapman are not good guy. I'm not saying that. They are great guy. But they are great guy who gave her so much headache. So much headache. And I just want Mr. Remy to be happy, you know. I want her to have someone who make her laugh, like Mr. Khan. Or to have someone who make her happy, to have those beautiful moments like Mr. George, you know. I don't know, maybe at the end it will be Mr. Chapman or Bokikyo, or was he always Mr. Bokikyo? I don't know, guys. We have 4 to tell us. I still don't know how many episodes this show have. I still don't know, and I'm here to recap. I feel like I'm gonna recap the show until the Bachelor come. I will be here. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the courtship. I really appreciate you keep watching this episode on my channel, even when we are on the off season of the Bachelor. And thank you so much. I really appreciate if you guys like and subscribe to my video for more content. Thank you so much, guys. You guys have a great evening. See you guys in the next episode. Bye. Oh my God. Not again.
What's up?